Alright, welcome back to episode 8 of Pixelated Perception with yours truly, Russell Jimmy, followed by the one and only Denzel.
The cap is back. Welcome.
Also, Rodney.
Hello there.
And then Lerone.
What's up?
Alright, so we got some interesting news on today's episode, but, more importantly than interesting news, what have you guys been up to? Let's start with Lerone this week. Any games you've been playing?
This is a wasted time to put me first. I did nothing.
Nothing.
It was
That's good.
unfortunate.
We can get it out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Fine, that's fine. Rodney?
I've been playing Remnant 2.
Oh, shit.
Kind of took over my
Almost
life.
like I've been playing it with you a little bit.
40 hours into it before I looked up, and I'm like, oh no, that's good. Good stuff. Great game. Would definitely recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What were you down about it? So cool.
Gameplay is awesome. The story is pretty good. The specific stories for like each world you visit are actually really interesting. The landscapes are gorgeous, very thought out, beautiful, haunting even sometimes. Music is alright. The ambiance is on point. Boss fights are fun. Honestly, I can't really complain about much, except for when the game sees fit to not have me grab onto a ledge and I just float and then die, which is never fun. But other than that, everything else is top notch. Great game. And there's no microtransactions. Good lord, I love it.
God forbid. What is Activision gonna do with this lack of money? Yeah, Remnant 2 is pretty sweet, man. Especially coming off of the first game. I haven't played it so much. I really think they improved a lot of stuff. Really honed in on the gameplay. They really honed in on the flexibility you have as a player, agency you have within your builds by diversifying all of the powers that were originally in like armor sets in the first game. They put a lot more stuff into rings, and they gave you double the ring slots, so you can really mix and match more what you want to do. And on top of that, I think it's a lot more balanced. I think because you're not using specific armor sets, the ring will have a like set level of power that was probably a little bit easier to balance. Because of that, you really see that come out. Like everything seems like a viable choice, which is very rare in games nowadays.
Yeah, it's usually you go one route and that route is best route and everything else is not even close.
Poop. Big poop. What's your favorite?
I would love to play it with everybody one day. Well, at least all of us.
It is only 3-player co-op.
Oh, 3? Man, well, that's so weird, but I probably limitations.
Yeah, I
I'm down the
imagine
backseat and talk shit.
I mean, you do that the best.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's pretty much your role at this point.
Why you're here, Lerone.
Yes.
When Starfield comes out, I'm sure that's gonna change.
Oof.
Oh yeah, and then I'll be sitting backseat watching, talking shit. So we can.
Yeah, because Rodney's gonna play Skyrim eventually, right? That'll be the week he decides to play Skyrim when Starfield.
No, I'll watch him play Starfield because like I said, I was never super big on Bethesda games like you guys are.
And you say that until you hear the music start playing when you're fighting a dragon.
You're right.
Like, damn, I didn't do this shit for 12 years. That's fucked up.
I mean, hey, I'm sure I missed out on a lot of key moments, but I wasn't into the Bethesda hype train yet. Like I saw Skyrim and everything. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Not my cup of tea, but it's interesting.
That's how I feel about Starfield.
I didn't know any better.
No, it's not. Because you're like, that's not even interesting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's the same mindset, right? Like, this doesn't look interesting to me. Like, maybe that's it. Because if someone else thinks it's interesting, like, I'm curious what they think looks interesting about it.
Fair.
Wish we had like a Stan or somebody who's super hype about it, like Eric or somebody come on.
Oh man, I'm ready, man. You ain't ready for my gameplay, man. I'm so hyped.
Are you even
No
hyped, Taylor?
sleep.
Are you actually hyped?
I honestly
he's
just
I'm
want to see
actually,
Lerone just break the
I'm
game.
unironically optimistic.
Good.
I wouldn't go
You
for,
know,
I wouldn't say
Bethesda
for
game
or
before
high.
games.
Hey, I love
I mean, he
Fallout.
loves
Yeah,
Bethesda
you
games.
know what you're getting with Bethesda games, right? Or you want to know. I'm just curious what is it? What looks interesting to you about it? Is it just the same, like, oh, this will be another Bethesda game, so I could do what I always do in Bethesda games, or is there something
Which is
more
break
interesting
it.
than that?
Is that, but I'm also kind of like, again, we don't know anything about the story. They didn't do a good job of really showing that really. But I'm going in with the mindset that it's like what do I say? It's like a Star Trek type of game almost. Get your crew and
Okay.
everything going, and that's interesting enough for me to be like, hey, I'm curious to see how they're gonna go in this direction. I hope it's good. I'm optimistic. Uh, at the very least, I don't think it's have much bugs as 76 did because they got a lot of flack for that,
Not the
and they can't
same
really.
game company. They did
It's
not make
not.
that, no.
Okay, so yeah, so this old guarantee it won't be that
This
bad
is,
then.
this is the
So
first game in 8 years.
yeah, Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
look,
Yeah.
good.
Fallout 4 was my least favorite Bethesda game, and I still maxed out my save slots on that
You
game.
maxed out
Bro,
the
I
save
couldn't do
slots.
Yeah,
You
it.
made
I
so
couldn't
many
do it, bro.
I
characters.
feel like that game was also kind of bad. But, like, I still
Era.
like playing it.
No, the
Right? I
game was
still thought it
definitely.
was interesting when I saw it. I got nothing for this one. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
And I'm
there's a
just going
trailer.
in.
I looked back at it today actually because I was interested. I was watching the trailer, and there's literally a trailer shot of them talking about like the lady who's like narrating the trailer says something along the lines of, "Wow, look at all these amazing things there are to discover," and it cuts to a fucking cave with rocks in it. Like, what? Like, what the shit?
You
And
don't
see,
like
look,
rocks?
They're killer rocks, bro. It's Dwayne the Rock Johnson. What are you
Oh
talking
my
Yes.
god.
yeah. And
I
look,
mean, that
look,
would be
look.
more interesting.
The viewers or listeners, they don't really know this, but when it comes to playing bad games, I like to take the plunge into it. And I don't mean bad like so bad it's funny with your homies. I just mean straight up bad games. Just like horrible games.
Oh yeah, they
I
don't
tend to be
know.
the one. Yeah, I tend to be the one to take the plunge. Like I played Vampire Masquerade Swan Song. That
The
game
game's
was
excellent. We should
ass.
do a full episode
That
reviewing
game,
that.
I got listened to a table in a
That sh-
Hey, you
cutscene,
that
bro.
should
finished it.
that
You
should be a
finished it though.
playthrough.
Be happy.
Oh
Like
my
I had
god.
to restart the whole game. No,
you can
no.
say something that a lot of people can't, and it's that you finished it. You completed the
You
game.
did. You
I
beat
did
that.
finish that game.
So you
Mm.
gotta give yourself a round of applause for that bullshit. Cause you
Man.
you a glutton for punishment.
So like I'm look. I like this how this hidden gem. Like what was it? Life is Strange. Life is Strange 2 in my opinion was a terrible game. So when True Colors came out, I'm like, yo, this game about to be ass, but I can at least meme with it with the homies. And surprise, surprise, that game was good. So I'm like,
Yeah,
you
I
know
mean,
what?
I
It
was
was
surprised too. You started playing as an X-Men character. I was like blown
Yeah,
away. I was like, holy
about?
shit!
That was
I thought
super
that was
fun.
only
like,
in the first game.
I enjoyed
right,
that story thoroughly.
right. The game was good. I'm
From
like,
what I
oh,
saw was good.
but
Yeah.
the thing is though, the reason I brought that up is because the game was good, right? And the last game didn't give us much hope. But the worst part was the marketing. The marketing showed the worst parts of True Colors. Like
Yeah.
nothing they showed would have made you actually interested in that game.
The
Like I said,
marketing
I
really
bought the
didn't
game
show
as
us
a
True
joke,
Colors.
but I ended up really enjoying it. And
Mhm.
that's the same thing I think with Starfield. Like for that 50-minute trailer they gave us, they showed something exciting for like the last 1 second of the. I kid you not, it was literally like 1 second of the trailer. When they start showing like superpowers and shit, it's like
hmm
that
They
shit
they
had a
got
bigger
you with
part.
that. Do I want it to be good? It won't be
Yeah.
good. I'm sure. This pessimism is just too
Have some
strong. But
faith.
Yeah, have a little bit of faith.
See,
I mean,
the
to
duality
be
of
fair,
man,
I
me and
know
Infamous right
why
now.
he doesn't have any faith. Cause it's like let's be real.
Oh yeah, they
I
dropped the
mean,
ball. Like I
they
understand.
95%
dropped
of
the
these
ball. Fallout
companies are
4,
awful.
in my opinion. Like,
Oh, they did.
But didn't you like Fallout 76?
I mean, I like the setting.
I mean,
I like Fallout, right? So I
I
like just
remember
being
that.
in the
Yeah.
world, but the game is dog shit. Like
Mm.
they didn't even make that game technically. They didn't develop
That was
that. The
ZeniMax,
last game
wasn't it?
developed was Fallout 4. Yeah, it was like some other subsidiary studio, but they made Fallout 4, which is pretty much Fallout 76, right? Like that's where they got the template, just no multiplayer, and a single player thing, and like the main story in that game is goofy as hell.
Yeah.
There's like such a lack of side stuff in a Bethesda game, which I guess you don't really notice the first playthrough, because I didn't really notice it that much my first playthrough. But like, I've played a lot of Bethesda games multiple times, and there's so much shit assaulting you when you play games like that, like Oblivion, like all the different guilds and shit, and Skyrim, same thing. Fallout 3, there's just like so much depth in every location. It makes it so interesting to explore and find out, get loot, look around, do stuff. And like Fallout 4 has none of like almost none of that. I feel like it has just you kill things. Occasionally you get to a location. I feel like they're spread probably half as much as Fallout 3. I feel like there's almost no locations. There's barely any side quests. I feel like the majority of the content is building fucking settlements to do nothing with. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Game was definitely empty.
yeah, like I can't like
Yeah.
there's so many interesting side quests from Fallout 3 I could think of. Like when you go like to the cannibal fucking group of people, and you can go find out what they're doing, and they're like fucked up shack, and you have like a whole interaction with them. There's like a group of semi-adults holding out against like super mutant attacks, and you go train them, stop them from being slaughtered. You can go join like a slaver camp and like enslave people across the wasteland, find like an evil douche. Fucking there's so much stuff in those games, and this is not even considering Vegas, which is even better. Right?
Yeah.
So I want more of the depth of Bethesda old school, and less of the go on the barren wasteland and collect the generic loot to make the settlement.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that does seem like it's gonna be a big component of this one, so I can understand
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
but
shit, as
yeah,
long as you
fuck
can make it
that.
enjoyable, that's all I'm worried about. Cause I already had no intention of getting it, so it's no skin off my back. But hopefully you
Yeah,
Still
find your money's
interested in it.
worth.
Yeah.
but completely, not like that is Remnant 2. Like we were saying, it has a ton of cool shit in it. It's a ton of cool secrets all over the place. It's super deep. It's obviously not a giant, massive open world, but the worlds that are there are fairly substantial, and they have interesting content in them. That's what makes it good.
Yeah. Like I could honestly recommend Remnant 2 to anybody who likes, I guess, RPGs or shooters or the combination
Yeah,
of
you
the
like
two.
shooting shit? There you go.
Feels nice. Definitely feels nice. You got a lot of
Plenty of
options
variety
with
in there.
guns, and yeah, like this is. It can appeal to anybody. There's a little bit of something for everybody in it, and it feels nice because you don't get a lot of that polish without getting the poop. Polished poop, I guess, is what most games are nowadays. But Remnant 2 is definitely a nice break to let you know that some companies still actually care about releasing I won't even say solid, a great
Quality.
gaming experience. It's like great is very rare these days. Sad to say.
Yeah, sure. But anything else you touched upon?
Honestly, I've been pretty heavy in Remnant, to be completely honest. I
Going
didn't
all in
expect
on
it
the
to take
Remnant?
over my life
Oh
as much as
man.
it did, but I am not complaining.
That's good.
All right. How about you, Denzel?
Man, I have been playing the game of life.
Oof,
Oh,
Pretty
Oof.
much.
the game you never
sound like
win.
you've been losing, yeah. I mean, no, actually,
I
you've been
mean,
winning. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. You know,
it's a
engaged
lot
and
of wins
stuff,
and
man.
losses, and
Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, that's life. Like, there's no way to win 100% in life.
Unless you
That's
me.
not true.
no, unless you're
Oh,
just born into a rich family, you
You
I
know,
got
mean,
that
like
either way
money.
it
I mean, you
goes, it only
probably still have
lasts so
something good.
long.
Yeah.
Like you still die. Like there's no,
Until
you know what I'm saying? Like,
immortality starts popping up.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I wouldn't want it personally, but that's me.
Really? Dude, if I could be rich and immortal,
Immortality,
I'd take
no.
that shit instantly.
I wouldn't
Absolutely.
mind being
Nah,
rich,
I'm good on
but no, I don't want to be
immortality,
immortal.
bro.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to
I
be
honestly don't
immortal.
want to see the people I care about dying all around me, and I
No,
literally
but I'm saying if
cannot
you're
die.
rich and you can be immortal, I mean, you can make them all also immortal.
But
No,
would
that
they
doesn't
want to
mean
take
that.
that though? You know?
I mean, if they don't,
Like
If
even
fuck
I
if
can
that
them.
was
make
an
one
option.
other person immortal, I will do
He
it.
said, "Fuck 'em."
I respect that
Fuck.
actually. I respect that mentality.
If they want to die, let them fucking die. Like what?
Like that.
Nah, if I
That's
can
their
make at
prerogative.
least
But I
one
can make
other
you live
person immortal
forever, and
too, then I
I
can.
can
yeah,
make you live
exactly, dude.
forever.
Exactly, dude. Play the fucking music,
Yeah,
but like, I feel like there's so much interesting stuff in the world. Like,
you couldn't see it all in a lifetime. The
yeah,
thing
if you see
is,
it as
eventually
immortal,
you're just
even
gonna
if
want
you
to fucking
do,
die.
I don't think I would. Because I think I will be interested in something eternally. Like, there's never gonna be a point where I'm just like, wow, I'm bored. Time to take that fucking L and jump in front of a train. Like, if I
Hey
had
yo,
no worries,
Yeah.
like if I
I
had
mean,
no
you're basically
worries,
Wolverine, bro. I mean, at that point, you're basically
yeah,
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Everybody loves
Nah.
Wolverine.
Nigga, Wolverine is depressed as fuck.
That's because everybody around him gets fucking smoked.
The
that's
same
true.
thing's gonna
But they
happen
still
though.
Nah,
Why
milk
are
him.
people
no,
gonna
no, no,
smoke
no, no,
my
no.
homies? I'm not a
People,
fucking
people are
man.
actively trying to smoke his homies though. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, I mean, once they find out that you're immortal, bro, they're gonna try to smoke motherfuckers, bro.
They ain't gonna
They're
find
gonna try to
out nothing,
capture your
bro.
ass.
So
What
you
if
go
you get
snitch?
captured and you spend
And you're
100
acting
years
like
in
I ain't willing
jail?
to share this with the world. Like, I would happily share it with everyone. Like,
Bro, you think that the governments are gonna let you share that shit
okay,
with
I don't
people?
have to share it, but if the government comes up and is like, "Hey, yo," and I'm be like, "Hey, yo, here you go."
He's like, "Hey, I can give you
Hey
this."
yo, funny as hell.
Okay, all right. Anyhow,
I mean, I know some people who would take being a toilet bowl if that meant they were immortal their whole life.
who the
Ooh.
fuck?
I've heard that said before.
Oh
Who
no.
That's
the fuck
funny
I'm
as
not
said
gonna say
that
the
hell.
Sit
name,
shit?
but
on
I
Was it
remember
for
somebody
eternity.
telling
Rodney?
me they would like, bro, fucking dissolve my human flesh bag and give me eternal toilet life. Like that's what they said. They
Who
would
the fuck
rather
wants
live
to live
eternally as a toilet
Baby's
eternally as
bowl.
a
fucking
toilet?
I
hell,
mean, you get to
bro.
live eternally.
Get
But
them
you're a
some
toilet.
fucking help, man.
He must really like cheeks, bro. They know.
I mean,
I mean, he said he's not
Man
discriminating
cheeks,
either. He
child
wants to be
cheeks, woman
shitting.
cheeks.
Hey yo,
I mean, look, it's
Like,
all types of motherfuckers sitting on toilets. Like you can't really discriminate.
yeah, specify which bathroom.
I mean, I think the point is less
uh,
about getting shit on and more about
I
fucking.
mean, like, what if somebody
no,
comes in
there's
with
no getting
like
around that. There's
horrendous
no getting
mud
around.
butt?
I mean, you're a toilet bowl. It's your job.
Bro,
But
it's your job to eat
what
shit
I'm
all
trying to say
day?
is like,
Nah,
who
I'm
would
good.
want like I
let's
don't
let's
know.
be honest. Let's be
I
honest.
didn't say
Someone
I
out there
agree with
would.
this, but I'm saying
Nah.
people would go
Whoever
to
said that shit
to
cannot cook,
extents.
bro. They can
Let's be
never cook.
let's be honest. This world, we got 7 billion people. Someone out there will really
Dude,
thoroughly enjoy that.
absolutely.
I don't
I'm
care,
good.
bro.
I'll die
They
when my
can't,
time comes. Like I
bro.
don't need to
Don't
be
let
no
the motherfuckers
motherfucking
in the kitchen.
toilet. Like you
That's.
wild.
I mean,
Don't let the old ass
Well,
motherfuckers
not
can't go
you,
in the
but
kitchen.
whoever said
That's
that
all
as
I'm
well.
I definitely want that immortality at least. So, hit me up if you got the lowdown on that. But
Yes.
I mean, all you gotta do is make a couple sacrifices to a certain deity. I won't say any
deity,
names.
yeah. Okay, we don't want to summon them too early. We don't got the
wow.
sacrifices planned
Yeah,
out yet, though.
yeah.
We're
Okay.
Like
making we're
All
making
right.
moves in that
Is there
direction.
one of them though?
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway.
segue.
It's the spare.
The game of life
he's the spare.
has been going pretty well for Denzel, I believe.
Yeah, must
Uh,
be nice.
I haven't taken the shortcuts to the lobby yet, so
That's what I'm talking about. We still here every day, accepting our toilet
Shut up.
overlords.
Shut the fuck up.
That shit
The
up.
Dookie
But
deities must be pleased.
the Dookie deities will be pleased, especially
Is that
by
gonna
what
be a
I've
title?
been playing.
Is that gonna be the title of the episode?
I think it might be. I think we got
Dookie
that.
deities, yeah.
Bro,
Might as
what is
well.
wrong with us?
Okay, moving on. I've been playing Baldur's Gate. We have made the ultimate gameplay continuation, and that game is like I fucking sold out for last time. Fantastic game. It's super good. Probably the only bad thing is the third act of the game because it's just clearly not done and very buggy, forms extremely poorly. But it's not without good reason. There's like a city being generated in front of your eyes, so it's kind of insane. I don't know exactly what's causing those performance issues, but it's definitely rough. Does it really matter? No, because it is a turn-based RPG. It doesn't really make a difference, so it's kind of easy to overlook. Also, I've played pretty much all the Larian games, company that made Baldur's Gate 3. They definitely like to drop the ball in the third act with the storytelling. Now, I don't know if that's just because they don't really know how to finish it, or they don't want to finish it a specific way, but I always feel like the first
Maybe they
parts of
suffer
their
from
game
saggy
are
middle syndrome.
saggy middle syndrome. You're gonna have to explain that.
Fuck.
It's when somebody's writing a story and it starts to drag toward the middle because they don't really know what to do, whether to speed up and get to the end faster or flesh out, like I said, the middle. So they start to
Mhm.
add bloat and it starts to sag and slow down the story as a
I don't
whole.
I don't think it's really bloated in the middle. I feel like the first two acts start and end very well and continue like into the third, but I feel like the third, I feel like it's in Divinity 2 a lot more than Divinity 1. I feel like Divinity 1 just had a really boring final boss. Like it wasn't exciting, but it wasn't terrible. Story wise, Divinity 2, I felt like the story at the end was dumb because things you do leading up to it. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, why am I being forced into this narrative path after having so much freedom of choice? And I feel like kind of the same thing in this game. They really try to narrow down the possibilities of endings. Not that there's too few endings, like there's definitely a variety of endings. It's definitely not Mass Effect though, or Dragon Age. Like the endings you do have are not outro, epilogue, like cards being shown to you. It's more like variations on the final cutscene, which is fine. It's a little disappointing, but I mean the rest of the game is so good. It's easy to overlook. Like it doesn't matter the grand
I mean,
scheme of
shoot,
things.
as long as I can have an amazing adventure with my created character and just make headcanon, I'm cool
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, it's fine. And even I've said that even being pretty much robbed of all the companion conclusions or a lot of them because playing in co-op kind of screws you up on that, but it was still awesome. There was a boss fight which I cannot wait for us to get to. It's probably not gonna get to it until 2024. Honestly, at the rate we're gonna play the game, but it's like in the third act, and it really feels like this guy should have been the main antagonist because he is so cool. His voice actor is phenomenal. The story is super interesting, and this motherfucker does something in a final boss fight that I've never seen done before, and it's hype as shit. So that's cool. I can't wait for us to see that. Uh, Other than that, I think I was playing some Remnant 2 with Rodney. Pretty cool. We already went over that pretty much though. It's a pretty interesting game, ton of variety. Um, we're just kind of waiting on the horizon of Infinite game launches. I think Armored Core 6 is going to come out here in a few days as of the recording of this. I'm sure that'll be fun. There's going to be God knows how many more games after that. So,
Armored Core 6, then after Armored Core is Baldur's Gate for console, right?
or
Like middle of
console,
September?
yeah, I think like a couple days after that. Tons of shit
And
coming out in
then
October.
I want to say there's one other
Something
big
comes out in
coming out in
September. I don't know what
September,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to see what it is.
And
But
that's a lot of money.
that's a ton of money. If that is all we're going to be doing in terms of what we have played, I think we should now move on to the news. The
News.
news section. We need like a soundbite to play. So who wants to? Anybody want to talk anything specifically first? I know we had some interest.
Um, well, couple things. So, have y'all heard about the Bean game?
The
The
what?
what?
The Bean game.
No.
No.
So it's like a GTA esque game where you're playing as a bean. And this motherfucker has like max pain time slowing shit to like jump and shoot. You can
Oh, does
steal
that sound familiar? I think I
cars.
have heard about that actually.
Did we
Yeah,
just call it the
like
Bean Game?
I I don't know if that's the exact. It's something like that. It's like I gotta look it up, but yeah, essentially
Killer
like
Bean?
Killer Bean. Yeah, Killer Bean.
It's
It's
like Max
fucking
Payne.
hilarious. Yeah, it's like Max Payne, but you're a fucking bean, bro.
What
It's
the fuck?
hilarious, bro. Like they're doing. He's like jumping in midair. He's got like dual pistols. He can go into first
Yeah,
person mode
definitely
or
Max
third
Payne.
person mode. Like people were like, "Yeah, who needs GTA 6, bro? We got Killer
Okay.
Bean."
I mean, you gotta show the trailer for this game because I just
I'm looking at this
heard
shit
that
right
this
now.
man did a backflip into a Corvette, jumped out of the Corvette, slowed down time midair, shot a dude off a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Bro, it's going crazy, brother. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, why does the game look actually good?
Yeah, why the
Bro, I kind
animation's
of want to play
actually
it.
good? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like I
I'd play
legit
it.
yeah, it looks fun. And it's like a roguelike. Like every run is different.
It's single player?
Nah, this man
Look at this
slow
man
motion at the start.
dodging bullets, bro. What? Why does the
Yeah.
animations look so? Dude, this is a fucking Tomb Raider. Like, why didn't Tomb Raider ever give you two guns? I'm so upset now I think about it.
This man start breakdancing to dodge the book. Nah, he's
Yeah, bro, he him for real.
Oh, he's
This man
shooting
coming
while
across
he's
made out this
breakdancing.
motherfucker.
He just did a German suplex to that man. What?
Yes, sir.
He's flying
Might
an
be an
air. He's flying
interesting
a
game.
jet. What
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
Killer
Yeah,
Bean,
How have I
baby.
not
Be
heard
on the
of
lookout.
this, dude?
Right?
Killer Bean on the motherfucking
He just fell
scene,
on him with a
bro.
grenade.
Dude,
Oh no.
why is it so well animated? That's so odd.
Bro, they cared about their game, bro. They put out quality stuff.
Killer Bean Forever 4K official full movie is a movie from 5 years ago on YouTube called Killer Bean.
I remember
It
seeing like
has
clips of the movie.
52 million views.
But,
Holy shit.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow. I didn't expect to be hyped for a Killer Bean game,
Yeah,
but here we
I
are.
was not
I think
expecting
it's
that.
out already, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it?
I think it's out on Steam.
No, I don't think it's out yet because the
Yeah.
trailer just came out 2 days ago. Saying you could wish list it.
Oh, okay. That's what it might have been. Like people were wish listing it already
Yeah.
on Steam. But yeah, I saw that, and that actually looks pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
That looks crazy.
Glad I brought it up though, since nobody else had seen it. But yeah,
No, that's wild.
I didn't even think about like I saw a trailer, I'm like, oh alright. That looks kinda funny and then I just went on about my day. I didn't think
All it
that
takes is the click.
you know,
I didn't think that it would
sometimes.
be as crazy as it was, but I'm like I'm totally here for it.
Wow, man, it's gonna be good. Some good playthroughs of that shit.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, Killer Bean surprise attack, very effective. I think Lerone wanted to mention some stuff about Overwatch.
Oh God.
His favorite game of all time, by the way.
So
No.
Overwatch 2 is officially the worst rated game on Steam ever.
They deserve it. They fucking deserve it. I really am thinking about like calling a law firm and just being like, is this a case? Is this a case for a class action lawsuit? Because it's not gonna cost me anything. I low key want
because
to
of how they
see
got rid of the first one and forced everybody into playing the second one. The worst
exactly
product.
because there's
Yeah.
millions of people that purchased the first game, which does not exist because they overrode it with the second game. That has to be illegal. Like
I feel like I said, I feel like that's in the contract somewhere, but I see where you're coming from.
I don't know. I feel like, bro, I feel like we might hear about something about this because people are pissed. Like,
I mean, shit, can I get
Overwatch.
my $40 back? Because technically the first one was free on like PC, wasn't it?
I think so.
And then
Yeah.
we had to buy the $40 version on console. Like we
Yeah,
had no
I
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
you didn't have a
got all my
choice.
money back.
You had to buy a
Bro,
couple
man,
console.
look,
My money
Hey,
back. I
there's
enjoyed it when I
something.
played it. Me and Lerone Lapse through teams, but the
Bro, I
game's
saw that
dead as
trailer for that
hell.
new character. Was named Alara or whatever. I'm like, man, that's gonna cost me $10 to get that character. Never mind.
And remember when that shit was
Bruh.
free? That's
Right? They just
crazy.
No
release
characters are
characters.
free anymore,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, bro.
That's what happens when you move to a free-to-play model. Everything is paid.
It was
You gotta
already free
pay
to
for
play.
everything. Oh yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting because we had to pay for.
Yeah, we had to
for it.
pay.
Hey, look, we got rid of loot boxes for the battle pass, and I ain't gonna lie, that was the worst decision we ever made.
The,
Bro.
the
That's
fact the loot
wild,
boxes
isn't
were
it?
better is crazy.
Isn't it
Like,
crazy?
yeah, because I
And it was
mean,
still shit.
Right?
skins. I'm gonna say something very controversial, bro. Skins should not be more than $5.
I don't
Skins
think
should
Yeah,
that's
not be more than
that's
five
controversial.
dollars.
not
Controversial at all. That should
controversial.
be standard practice.
Look, the fact that a skin is a third of the price of a game, a brand new fucking game, is absolutely outrageous, and gamers need to revolt. There's no way. There's just no way.
Yeah,
Like,
but most gamers are stupid.
wow.
Me
Hot take.
too.
But let's be
Bro.
real. The people spending 60 and 70 bucks on a fucking skin, they're the problem. You're the problem. Anybody who's
Yeah,
listening
there's
that does that
there's,
dumb
there's
shit,
too
you're the problem.
much. There's too many people like that who are
Yeah.
buying
Why do
those
you think
things.
Madden,
It makes
NBA
it too
2K, all them
profitable.
shits are making stupid
Oh,
money?
those are the
Even
worst.
I mean, yeah, those are the worst offenders. But
And
even
now they're
beyond
adding a
that,
battle pass to NBA 2K. I heard about that.
Oh my
They did
god,
what?
They're
bro!
adding the
A
battle pass to the
battle
next 2K game.
pass, bro.
On
What?
top of
Uh,
all of the stuff you already have to purchase in
on
game.
top of a season pass.
Yep.
On
No,
top
that's
of the fact that you gotta
wild.
pay to like upgrade your character if you want to
But you know
like
do you
people are gonna
remember?
buy
get
the premium
fast.
edition, which is like $100 off rip. You gotta buy the battle pass, which is probably another 20. Then all of them little currencies.
Do you
Like, boy,
remember
that's
when
probably
you
gonna
had
be
to have a
record
license
profits.
to like play online games?
You said
Yeah.
what?
EA was trying to do that. They had like the online pass thing.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if you try to buy it used, you got fucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't have the pass.
Like, why is that a better scenario than where we're at right now?
Great question. We're definitely losing ground. Gamers are losing ground. Like
Yeah.
this is
I
crazy.
mean, because the
Like,
people who are playing the games now aren't gamers.
I mean, I wouldn't even say that they aren't gamers. I would say that the companies are just spending so much money, and it's no longer about like the games. It's all about the money. Like,
I
because nobody
mean,
gives a fuck.
it's been
Nobody
like
like
that for
gaming is
quite some
the most
time.
popular medium right now.
I
It's
blame
Like
Maple Story.
definitely. I
the first
mean,
time in
there's a
history.
lot of things you can blame. Obviously, corporate greed is numero uno, I think.
Mobile
Yeah.
But
games.
that always existed, right? That's always been around for games. Games have just become more popular, therefore more greed has taken an intrigue into it. But I really think that like it's more so the fact that people just let this shit happen. Like I feel like the gaming industry is one of the few mediums where you can really see shit change if people just stop buying. Like I think obviously that goes for anything, but like if people didn't buy the next Call of Duty, you think that shit would just keep doing the same thing?
Oh, of course not. They'd have to
They
change.
Like it would
wouldn't, but that's the thing though. That's the
do a
thing
thing.
though, bro. They
Yeah,
know who they're marketing towards.
people are too like set in stone, and now we're at a point in games where people are just being born into this shit. They're just used to it. It's just
Yeah,
being molded to be the norm. Oh yeah, it has a season pass. Oh yeah, it has a battle pass. Oh yeah, it has microtransactions. Like,
Yeah,
I
a lot of
mean,
people, this is all
I'll
they
take
know.
season passes back, bro. Like
dude, I just
season
want
passes were
expansions. Like
better.
that was fine.
I
Just
just want a
big
proper finished
DLC. Like that was
game.
fine. Proper finished game.
Asking for too much.
Like I remember it, dude. It's so weird thinking
I mean,
about it
not with
now.
Remnant, not
But
with
this is
Baldur's
fun.
Gate. Like, it's
This is
possible.
Baldur's
really.
Gate is a fucking anomaly, bro. We need to
I
all
wouldn't even
back
call
that shit
Baldur's Gate
I
heavy.
don't
just
know. Like,
finished. Like
people keep saying, oh, they had something other companies don't have, like
they
time
did.
and
No,
I think
depth.
that
they
message is
they
Okay.
they
being
cared.
misconstrued. No, I think that message is being misconstrued by a lot of people. Obviously, I think some stealth takes, part. And I think some other developer just like talked about some ex Valve dev talked about this when he was saying like it's more so people are saying that it's coming from a company of 3 years of early that had a game 3 years in early access, right? So
Mhm.
the game's effectively been out for 3 years already, and that's insane. That's a ton of fan feedback. You get money into your company's hands instantly to make more stuff happen.
How many years was Fortnite
Uh,
in beta? Anybody know?
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
curious.
I have no idea. Fortnite was
Quite
never
a
called an
few.
unfinished game though. It was just a
Fortnite,
But they
greedy
never.
multiplayer
literally
transaction
is
hell.
I still wanted to play
one
the
of
what you call it that
these.
never came out.
Well,
Single player.
no,
The
It did come
co-op.
out. It's just
It
not
came
That's
free.
what
out.
I'm
It was
saying,
just
but they
never
were
made
gonna make it
free.
free. They didn't ever make
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Real free.
Shit, they made so much money. They were like, "Fuck it, for what?"
Yeah. Wild, but yeah. There's a saying it has 3 years of extra development. It definitely did. It has a studio that's basically made that game twice before. Divinity 1 and 2 are pretty much the same game as that. It's just like the third game in the series. And they you just had the people who made those games still there. They didn't have like a mass exodus of talent, I don't believe, at any point. So you had skilled, experienced developers making something they're used to making, and that's what you get.
I mean, but that's what happens when you treat your people right. I mean, motherfuckers are literally running game
That company
developers into
almost went
the
out of
ground.
business
I mean, but
doing
they
that.
obviously they didn't fire everybody if they fucking still have the team. So how
Yeah,
did if they almost went out of
they
business? They
found they
said it's
found niche success and they were able to keep going. But I think that's what a lot of people are saying is like,
Can somebody tell me
what?
why is Koei Tecmo still in business?
Because they found niche
hey,
success with
Who
the
the
same.
fuck
I
is
mean, it's
out here
probably the
buying
same people
all of these
developing.
Dynasty Warriors games, bro?
That's the real question, bro.
you, you.
Motherfucker, I bought one like 20 years ago. Chill out.
Oh, bro, stop it, stop it.
you
You won't even
playing,
shut
bro.
up.
Motherfucker, the last one I played was the one with Infamous, and that one was how many
That was like
years ago?
Samurai Warriors.
But
Like
which one?
Samurai
It
Warriors
don't even
4.
matter. It
Some
was like
shit.
5, 6 years ago that I bought that Denzel. One purchase is not gonna keep motherfuckers in
That's a lot
business.
more
What
than
you
mine.
mean? You guys
A lot more than
spread the
me.
knowledge, Rodney.
No, dude, I don't know
Bruh,
who's buying those games, but they're
Dynasty
somehow
Warriors
managing to
games, they're
find
on
niche
like
audience and keep
10. They're
releasing
on
them.
Dynasty Warriors like 10.
Oh, I think they're past 10, aren't they?
Are they? I don't fucking. I mean, I'm excluding all of
They're
the
probably
like
on
spin-offs that they
37 by
have,
now. Oh yeah.
but it's just the fact that look, I played them a couple. They're dumb fun, but they get worse and worse every iteration. I don't even play them that often, and I know that. So I'm trying to figure out like who is out here keeping these people in business.
I don't know.
But
I feel like
Nintendo
those
probably
have
hit
been
them
in
up
the
with that
bargain bin
Hyrule
since
Warriors can
release.
make this. They made a Berserk game.
The game was
They got that
trash.
little bit of that Nintendo money. They
That's
did a
really nice.
Gundam game. Cashed out on that.
They have a lot of dealers with people. I mean, there's clearly a niche audience if those companies are going to that studio to make games like that. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but there is.
I don't either.
I think didn't they do the Pirate Warriors games too? Or
Probably
like
done
Yes.
something for
Anything with
everything.
Warriors in it, you can. Koei Tecmo had a hand in it, guaranteed.
I mean, basically, it's just like motherfuckers go to them. They're like, "All right, look, we got these characters. We want to be able to have them
want to make
fleshed
a generic
out.
beat 'em up.
Yeah, like so people can have fun with their favorite characters. Everything else is irrelevant. They're like, bet we got you. Like, I guess that's what's keeping them in business. They know what their market is, and they sticking to it. God damn it, they
Mm,
sticking to it.
Yeah,
they need to stop.
it's
They
wild.
must be stopped.
Like Earth Defense Force, but I can see the appeal in those games though. That's
But
different.
see, I'm curious how much how much it actually costs to make one of them games. It can't be that expensive, obviously, because then they'd probably just eat themselves alive. But I am still curious. How much money do they make per game?
Enough to keep the lights on.
Probably look it up
Oh,
and
I do want
try and
to
find it.
add this in right quick though. I forgot there is one game I was playing just a little bit. It's called Naraka Blade Point.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I saw them
You said
clips
what?
from
Speaking of
posted.
horrible battle passes and the destruction
Naraka
of
Blade
gaming,
Point.
Oh no.
It's like I think they're a Chinese company that made the game. It's like a free for all, like not a free for all. Well, it is a free for all technically. But a
It's a-
battle royale,
yeah.
where you like fight with melee weapons and stuff. Basically, it's rock paper scissors because it's like you got white attacks that beat
Don't certain weapons beat other
uh
weapons, or
red
is it
attacks.
just?
No, no. It's like every weapon is viable, but it's like you have a white attack, which is your normal attack. Blue attacks are your charged attacks, and then you have a red, which is your counter. Red counters blue, white beats
Oh,
red.
so it's
So
like
it's
For
like,
Honor except dumber.
For Honor,
yeah,
bro. Don't ever
um,
disrespect For Honor like that,
What you mean?
yeah. I mean,
Boy,
it
that
was.
trash ass game.
bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You gotta put respect on For Honor because For Honor was a completely unique thing made fucking
It
from
was. You gotta respect it.
Ubisoft, bro. Like they have absolutely killed it and murdered it with fucking microtransaction bullshit, and I'm
Yeah,
sure they just made the game way too complicated at this point. But that idea and the fact they released that as a AAA game, that was fucking cool. Like,
it
I think
was.
I think it was interesting.
It was
I'm
cool
sad
so
they
I
never
had
made
to
a
deal with
sequel.
the Zell poking you across the fucking stage with long ass pole armor and shit. Like damn.
Bro, I don't even remember. I barely played that shit.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
even
even know
remember
what you're
that.
talking about.
I bet you played it too.
We need to have a For Honor run back. It sounds like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all can
but
have that.
I
I'm
just
not
wanted
touching that
to.
cape
I
again.
definitely wanted to bring this up though, because Naraka is all right. It's not crazy. It's an alright game, but it came out of mind because I'm like, yo, that motherfucking game has a battle pass, and they have loot boxes, and they have skins that you have to buy, and the skins are like
Mm-hmm.
$20 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
I'm
pretty sure that
like,
game has a positive like ideal behind it, or like people like it in general.
people like the game. I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna tell you some of that shit ain't jank, because quite frankly, sometimes like I don't know if it's the servers or what, but like you'll be doing shit and you're like, how the fuck did I not win that? Or how did this happen when I was pressing this button and this is supposed to beat this or whatever, right? But it's actually a fun game. Like I can play it and have fun and like, feel good and stuff, but like I just find it so insane how expensive things are. Like how much rather I really wish or I really hope that one day we can get back to the point where I could buy a game like this and just pay 30, 40, even 60, $70 and I just get shit unlocked through the game, bro. Like I'm tired of this shit, man. Like
I don't
it's
understand why they haven't released like a premium version of these free to play games where you basically just get that,
I
right?
mean, they do, but you have to like for this, right? The way that the premium version works, or like the actual game version works, because it just went free to play. It was like you before you had to buy it. Like you get like these coins to unlock characters because the characters are locked too. And if you just play the game,
Mm-hmm.
it will take you hours upon hours to unlock another character. But excuse me, if you get like the standard edition, you get like 3 characters. If you get like the premium edition, you get like 6 characters. And like, I don't know what the other one is, but you get like some extra loot box stuff. But like, the couple loot boxes they give you aren't going to do anything, right? Like you
Uh
still have to spend money. You have to pump money into this shit if you want some of the skins. And they know what they doing, bro, because they got a fucking collab with Near, bro. They got 2B and her fat ass running around that motherfucker, bro. And
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't mean she's
And shit, at that
obese.
point, I
Y'all
just
know
played
what I'm talking
2B.
about.
I just
okay.
played near
Uh,
a platinum game.
what? You can
I just
always
played
play
near.
near.
Like I was
You
just
can also
playing
just
near.
mod whatever game you want, because I'm pretty sure she's just like force
In
of modding
everything.
at this point and
Funny
everything.
as
She's in Soul. I
She's
forgot she was in
definitely a
Soul
go-to.
Calibur.
she is a Soul
Yeah.
Calibur. She
That's
was nasty in
sick.
Soul Calibur too.
Dude, Geralt fought 2B in Soul Calibur. That's kind of sick, just saying that. But
That is
Yeah.
sick.
um, to back to your point, I think I answered my own question, or you answered my question of why they don't just release a premium version of this game that comes with like an actual dedicated unlock system like old school games. It's because they just can make more money not doing that.
They can definitely make more money. But
But
it's
like,
just
I'm still curious. I would like to see if, because I think that methodology of selling things to people turns people off, turns me off. I have no interest ever playing that game just because of that. I think it's the most disgusting shit I've ever heard in my life. But if
hmm.
they had a version of the game that was like whatever price they think, giving up on all those micro transaction stuff for, like, let's say the price is $120, let's say. Let's get crazy. You pay $120 and you get like an old school leveling system, like an old COD game where it's not ridiculously long to unlock things. You get everything within a reasonable amount of time. Pretty much unlock everything in the game like a week. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What is
And then,
so bad about that? I
I
guess it could
mean,
bring a problem. It's a live service and they'll constantly be adding things. How do you deal with that at that point?
yeah, I think
But
that's the big thing. Them
also
adding
like
things, but then
figuring out
again, like,
what that down payment price. It's like buying something like a one-time purchase for like, I don't know what software does this anymore. I think like Adobe used to do this. I
mhm.
don't think they can even do it anymore. But you could like buy the entire Adobe suite for like a one-time purchase. It was like a lot of money, like $200+, or you can pay the monthly subscription. I feel like the microtransactions and all that stuff is the substitution for the monthly subscription, but there is no one-time purchase.
I don't even know about that, bro, because it's like it's. I feel like so $120, right? Even that they might not even because they're like, well, some people are gonna spend fucking two hundred
Yeah, you
dollars
can
this
you can get
year on
more
it.
than
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like,
How
obviously,
many
for a
more people
gamer,
would
like
buy
that's
it if they
yeah,
could do that? That's what I'm curious about.
there's really no way to know. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that it does run into that issue with live service games. But at that point, it's like this add-on expansion pass is in charge for that. I don't care if you charge me for an expansion pass if I know I can unlock everything. Like that's why I never had any issue with the early like Fortnite has the best battle pass and always will have the best battle pass because you pay $10, you get the shit, and then you can get the next battle pass for free.
I mean,
That's
that's
the best
effectively
system.
the subscription, right?
Yeah, like that's the best system ever. The real issue is that these other fucking companies, you can't do what Fortnite does one to one because you have specific characters in your game. If you have a specific character, if I can't use any skin on any motherfucking character, then you can't do what Fortnite does. Because on Fortnite, I can
Yeah.
pick I can be Marshmallow, then I can be fucking who else do they got in there?
Master
Master
Chief,
Chief,
Spider-Man,
Kratos,
fucking
Goku,
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Carol.
Goku,
I can be
Geralt,
Anybody.
anybody I want to
Doomslayer,
be. And it doesn't matter because there's no
Chun-Li,
specific characters. That's why they get to get
Leon,
away with that shit.
What
These other
Chris,
the
companies are
Jill,
full of shit.
Alien,
This man
Predator,
still, yeah, like
everybody?
they're trying to copy this shit one for one, and they
Thanos,
can't.
Captain
They're
America,
never gonna have the same
Thor,
See,
value.
what they do, and they know they
2B.
dirty for
I don't
this,
think it's
is they'll
2B in
be
it. I
like,
don't
all
think 2B
right.
I
is it.
don't think
I don't
so.
think Nier.
Chun
I
Li
don't
is.
think they collab with Nier actually.
Chun
Yet.
Li thick ass is.
Yeah.
Well,
Goddamn.
yeah. But what they'll do, a lot of them, they'll be you get the battle pass, and it'll give you some money back, but it'll give you just enough not to be able to. So you have to spend that extra 5 or 10 or however much
Yeah,
to get the
nickel and
next
dime you.
one. Yeah.
Who the
I,
fuck is
I, I
doing
don't
that?
I don't know, right? Like a lot of these games just fucking die instantly. Like, what are you
More
doing?
of
Like,
them
just
need to
copy. You
I
die
should
mean,
just
a lot of
instantly
them
copy.
do.
You should just put the subscription up front. I think. I don't know why they beat around the bush with this dumb shit. Like, it should just be a subscription. 'Cause that's what they want. They want a subscription service because that's more convenient to like investors and stuff. And then they just have the one-time purchase. I feel like that's a smarter way of doing it. And I wouldn't feel as bad if they had like a one-time purchase. You get everything if you do the two
Yeah, I
hundred
wouldn't
dollars
mind
down
if
or
they
whatever.
gave you a one-time
If they were just
purchase.
upfront, like, yeah, we're trying to fucking, fuck the shit out of you and get all your money, at least they're telling me they're gonna do it and not trying to hide it behind
Yeah.
15 different purchasing
Yeah,
models.
Nice words.
yeah. I I
Look
just
at
I
you,
know
nice
it.
words.
Also, a
there
real
needs to
tell
be
someone's
more
gonna be real
information,
scummy with the
man.
microtransactions though.
But
What?
You have more than one currency.
oh yeah, that's
Bro,
just one of the tactics.
Yeah.
you
When
know
you
how
need to
many
get a currency
fucking
to buy the other currency, that's
Yeah, that's just
crazy.
bro,
how it works.
you
It
know how
just it
many
makes it
different
more
fucking
confusing. It makes it easier to
currencies?
manipulate. It's just grimy.
Bro,
Yeah.
Naraka is the worst for that shit, nigga. They have at least three different
I
currencies, and then
think
they have
I
three
think
different loot
Warframe is the
boxes.
worst for that.
I mean, I'm sure I've never played Warframe, but I'm just telling you, like,
Diablo
because this
Immortal.
is just fresh in my mind.
I don't. We don't
Diablo
talk about
Immortal
that.
is
That's a
just
mobile game. That's a whole other level.
Yo, we actually it's crazy to say this, dude, but we actually need some regulation on this shit. Like, if motherfuckers
Absolutely.
could come in and
Mhm.
say, like, loot boxes have to be changed.
Wait,
Cool.
isn't that wait? Segue, kind of, not really. Isn't that why Overwatch switched to Battle Pass because Europe was going hard on loot boxes?
I think that played a part into it. Yeah. I also think that
Yeah,
loot boxes are just going out of style.
loot boxes are also still in games. I don't even like it.
Yeah,
Like,
they
that was a
didn't
whole
do
fucking
anything.
thing, and like it didn't go away. But this is there needs to be some kind of regulation passed on how much can be charged for these fucking like digital items,
I mean,
bro.
we see it differently because we've played games our whole lives and we like consider games to be different than one another, but ultimately it's no different than a slot machine. I think legally, right? So they don't have to do that. You don't regulate like a slot machine, I don't think.
I mean, but it's different though because you can't just like so if I'm
The
trying to get an
problem,
item
I
out of
see
the
what you're
loot
saying, right,
boxes,
Infamous? But the problem
Yeah.
is the kids can't be on slot machines.
That's true.
that
Games
too.
have age rating.
Yeah.
I mean, but a lot of the games that have so for example, right? Like if there is loot boxes in a game and I'm trying to get a specific skin out of there, for a slot machine, I can't just pay the slot machine like, all right, slot machine, I'm gonna give you $100. Just look out for me, give me 1,000 back. Like
Yeah.
I can go in though into like a fucking specialized store and buy the skin I want for like $30, right?
Uh-huh.
Obviously, like
So it's
the
better
the
than a
loot
slot
boxes
machine.
may only be like $1 each, but there's no guarantee I get it. So
And
the
not a dollar
issue
each.
with it is just like the prices that they're giving for these things are
The
just
problem, with
way
that
not
is
they're not
too, there's just
proportional.
like, well, slot machine, there's a chance you'll get more than your investment. You're never getting more than your investment when it comes to microtransaction loot boxes. Like
Yeah,
the
you
That's
item
for the
the
slots.
item the item you're getting from the loot box will never be more than no. I don't care if it was $1. The thing in that loot box is never gonna be worth more than you paid for the loot box.
unless
Yeah.
So it's
everything
always just
is
gonna be less.
what's the only
Hmm.
way this shit is
I
gonna
mean, is
ever
that
like
value
matter?
proposition even relevant to the legality of it?
What do you
Uh,
Like,
mean?
does it matter that it's not worth it? Like, people just
no,
play gambling games just to play gambling games.
no. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a loot, oh, not loot box, a slot machine.
Uh,
I feel like you could be a
a
little
real
bit more
life
flexible.
slot machine, yeah, you
Yeah,
can get
yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
I
I
mean,
feel like
like,
you.
fake,
Like what I'm
like,
saying is, I think the
yeah.
regulations can be lighter for a slot machine just because of the chance you get more than we put in. That's probably
Mhm.
not like that's the logic I think is going to be put into it. But you should regulate like microtransactions because it's never going to be a case of you getting more than what you put in for.
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah, the
mean,
only
I
way
feel
I
like
think that
it's being legally argued though that it's a game. You're playing a game, and the game is you put the money in to make the thing shiny. You know, like,
I
it
mean,
doesn't
but
matter what the
that's
Yeah.
value is.
that's BS though because there's still like online gambling that has to be regulated. Like
Yeah, is
that's
there? Like, what is the? I don't know what is the law for that? And I mean,
I
it should
don't
probably
know
be
the
considered that. But even beyond loot boxes, there's still, all this other dirty shit, like $30 for a skin in a video game.
no,
Like,
so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The skin stuff, right? Obviously, we're going whether we like it or not, right? We're going into a world where digital items are going to be like, as sought after as, physical items in some capacity, right? You know, companies are moving towards making everything into NFTs. The only way that things should be able to be charged this much for, like digital items, is if I can sell it, right? If it can gain value, let's say like I was playing Fortnite when it first came out and I got a skin that nobody else can ever get, right? That skin technically has a perceived value. So if you want to charge me $20 a skin to get stuff, I need to be able to know that my $20 still exists, right?
People
Because
do
right
that.
now, hmm?
Yes.
I feel like yeah, people will definitely have like you talk about the old Fortnite skins. People have
Yeah,
sold
no, but
accounts
you
that
have to
had
sell
those
the
skins.
entire account.
Yeah, you
Like
gotta
it
sell the
needs
entire
to
account.
be, yeah, like I want so if they're gonna continue on with this bullshit in terms of like how much this shit costs, there needs to be a resale fucking value. Like
So you
we
want a
need to be
Diablo
able
3 auction house.
basically, like we need to be able to fucking sell this shit to other motherfuckers if we want to. Because
feel like
as
that's
of
a
right
slippery
now,
slope.
You know,
it's
it all is at this point though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is.
Like, there's so many
yeah.
ways this could go wrong, no matter what action you take, because people are always
I
gonna be trying to
mean,
be greedy.
I mean,
because
that's the
at that point
thing.
though,
You
it's
need
just like
to not accept $20 skins. Like, that's
I mean, but
disgusting.
the problem is it's already been accepted.
I
How do
mean,
we
that's
go
where the
back?
litigation has to go in. You cannot have anything over a certain amount of money. Like, I feel like this will never happen, I'm sure, but like trying to tell me that the skin for this character in this game that I might not even see 100% of the time, right? Like Destiny has this shit, they sell armor set skins, and you play the game in first person. You don't ever really see it, which is
It's for other
hilarious.
people. It's so you
Um,
can stunt.
and that's like $20+, right? So you're telling me the skin in this game is worth more than the game because the game is free, right? Or the game when it came out was like $60. So you tell me the skin's a third of your game value in terms of money.
Yeah,
What?
that's what they be wilding with the prices of that.
Like, that doesn't
I'm
make
telling
sense.
you, I think that I don't know. Like, so those are my two
The thing,
suggestions.
the
But
thing is,
one,
what they're really selling on top of all of that too, like when you really think about it, right? At the end of the day, all of this is just built on humans wanting to be different. Basically, they want to have like
Built
if
on
you play a game
addiction.
where every that too, no, for sure. But it's like this all started with that. Not all started, but what was that thing? Skyrim or was it Oblivion? Which one had
Oblivion,
the
horse
horse?
armor.
Yeah, horse armor. It's like, oh yeah, I want the horse to look different, even though this is a single player game, and ain't nobody else gonna really care. People apparently care enough to
Yeah,
buy
but
it
they
a
also
lot.
didn't charge you $20 for the horse armor.
No, but they also charge you enough. They charge enough to get a noticeable profit to do it again.
They also put out expansions and actual like DLC on top of that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they they did like what I'm saying is I don't get issue with what Bethesda did per se. I still think they should never have sold the horse game by itself because
it was $2.50.
yeah, but the problem is everyone else said, "Oh, you can make money off this," and they went off the walls with it.
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
gonna
That's
happen.
the
somebody was
issue.
gonna. Yeah, somebody was gonna do it eventually. Like, it doesn't matter.
Honestly, I feel like if you want to add microtransactions in your game, keep them microtransactions. Like a $30 purchase ain't small. You know what I mean? Like
Bro,
keep
That's
that
a
shit at
transaction.
$5 at
nigga, these are
max.
It's a
macro.
macro. Yeah.
These are macro fucking
just
transactions,
in
bro.
This shit
like
is ridiculous.
when did Oblivion come out? Like 2005, 2004, or something like that.
Something like
That
that.
horse armor was $2.50. Diablo 4 came out this year. It has $25 horse armor. Okay, that
Does it
was
do anything?
like 20. No, it's completely apparent.
No,
It's
completely
20.
Oh,
20
useless.
years
that's
later, the price has jumped. What is that?
100%.
that's like 10
100,
times, right?
10 times. Yeah, not 100%. 10 times. 10 times the price in 20 years. That's not how inflation works.
It's not, but
Not that aggressive.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
That's
What I'm saying.
ridiculous.
There's two courses of action from moving forward, bro. Either there's
Burn it
some
down.
litigation that goes
This man.
Agreed.
that gets brought up
At this
that
point,
fucking
scorched earth method.
really. Hey, look, the
There has
litigation
to
is
be a
either gonna
massive
put a
litigation. Yeah.
maximum amount that they can be charged for digital products, or we're gonna have to get it to a point where all digital products are the belongings of the individuals that purchase them, and they all have monetary value attached to them. There's no other way because this shit is outlandish. I mean, because right now, right, there's people that collect Pops, right? If I collect Funko Pops, if I pay $15 for a Funko Pop that came out today, in 10 years that Funko Pop could be worth fucking 50, right? These digital items, bro, like I can't do anything with them. So if
How
I'm
much
gonna
you
be
say you
paying
buy
out
that
for this
Funko Pop for?
$15,
And it went up to 50. That's like 3.5 times, or like three
yeah,
and some change.
yeah,
The horse armor has gone up 10 times.
I understand that, but I'm just saying at least I can still sell the Funko Pop and make a profit later.
Okay.
What the fuck can
I
we
don't
do with
think
these
that
digital purchases?
I don't think that matters. I think it's like they nobody's stopping them from doing it. So, like, litigation has to happen. Like, they could put. There's nothing stopping any of these companies from putting like $200 fucking skins in their game. I don't know why they
There
don't do
is
that,
nothing.
other than
I
like the
mean,
bad media. But like, dude, shit is out of people's minds in 2 months. You'll probably make
Yeah.
more money than what you'll
I
lose.
mean,
What
Diablo
was
Immortal
that
did
Angry Joe was
something
talking about? They
worse.
was like charging 200 for the color blue for a gun.
Bro, that shit. What game
Valorant,
was that?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Valorant was
Valorant.
Valorant.
out of
Yeah.
fucking pocket, bro.
I was saying nobody's stopping them,
And yeah, no one
Like,
cared.
And you know
and
somebody bought
like
that skin.
the way that economy works, the economy works in video games. It's like you can get away with shit like that. Nobody's fucking care. There's no what is it? Like there's no risk really either. Like the only thing you're risking is like the development time of the thing you're putting in, but you can just lower the price. Like there's no risk of putting that out on the market really, other than some bad publicity. People don't give a shit.
yeah, we gotta get some regulation going.
Yeah,
I
like
think I
EA
think
got how much money?
realistically,
They got nothing but bad publicity.
Exactly, right? The most evil companies in the world make the most money. That's how it works. Because capitalism, long-standing capitalism, as we see, is like kind of failing. You need litigation to fix it, and we can't even fix our own economy with this. We're not going to be fixing game economies anytime soon.
It's all right.
and that's the fucked up part about it, man.
It's wild, man.
And you have games that really come out, like gacha games that come out just to do this shit. Like you have those Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, make millions instantly. That's the most disgusting shit you've ever
Boy, I
seen. You
did
just
not
throw money at
expect
the
Genshin
screen
to
to
blow up
get
like it did.
characters.
When I first saw Genshin, I did not expect it to blow up like that.
It's like,
I got more respect for Genshin than I do a lot of these other motherfuckers though, because Genshin Impact was an actual game. Like,
okay,
there's actual gameplay.
I've watched
Like,
people throw hundreds of dollars at a screen to
I've
get
watched that
the
shit to get the
character,
loot.
thousands,
I
to get all kinds of characters, right? And like,
See,
I don't even
that's
have
the fucked
words
up
to
part.
describe that. Like, if I ever
Cause it's
saw my
like the
kid or someone I knew doing that, like,
ooh,
something's
what is
gonna
it
happen.
called?
There's going to be an
Fucking
altercation.
what the fuck is it called? Is it power creep? Like all
Power
these characters
creep.
that these people are
That's
spending so much fucking
Oh
money
yeah,
on
they make a better
just get
one.
snuffed out by better characters later. So
Oh yeah, I mean
That's
that's
how they.
par for the course at that point. If you're already fucking putting money into it, they can do whatever the fuck they want with you. You're like stuck around their fingertip, dude.
you
You're
be putting
literally
$100 into a fucking 100, 200,
yeah,
300 bucks into a
you're
fucking
on the
digital
fucking
fucking
heroin
character that I'm gonna use for like 2
problem.
months.
It's wild.
Hero,
Like
yeah,
that's
it's
not okay. Like
definitely
nothing about it okay. That's disgusting. It's not safe. Not a good way to think about life in general. Not good to do with your money, even if you're rich and you can do whatever the fuck you want with your money. It's not smart. It's not good. Even if you make money off of it, you don't think your actions have any effect. You're the problem, like literally. Like you think it's funny or
You're the
whatever. You don't really
problem.
care. You're literally ruining an entire industry. You're
People putting like
supporting other
5 and
people's
six
horrific
hundred
habits. You're
bucks.
basically shooting. You're not actually shooting up drugs. That'd be way worse, obviously. But you're
You get that dopamine hit.
dude. Yeah, not even. Yeah, it is a dopamine hit, but you're accentuating that to other people who might not be in the same situation as you and can afford to do it. Literally
But
part of the
that comes back
problem.
to just people wanting to feel better than other people. It's unfortunate.
I mean,
but that's
Yeah.
just
if you really to do that to feel better than someone, you got
this
serious.
Oh
pure
no, you would think that. Yeah,
disgusting
no.
type competition.
That's a majority though. If that's the sad part.
And it's
That's a
crazy. You gotta
majority.
feel better than other people. Right?
Right? That's history though. Like damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally history.
It's funny seeing it happen in like a microcosm.
Oh
like,
yeah, because like when you
space.
see it like in some like industry like gaming or any other industry, because everything got it right. It
Yeah,
just lets you
you
like
see
take a
that
step
happen in
back.
like kingdoms, right? With kings
Yeah,
and queens and like big political maneuvers. Like you see it
you
you
can
see it
understand it
happening
better.
in like like a simpler, more pathetic way. It's so I think it's funny. It's sad. It's such a small it's such a small thing, but it has such a drastic
Oh
repercussion.
yeah,
It's the only reason I
just
even care about it, right? Like, I like video games. I've always loved video games, and watching, that kill video games in so many ways. Literally getting the greatest game developers of all time fired from positions, getting companies that put out masterpieces of like entertainment shuttered into nothingness and fucking stills that turn out money. Like it's I wouldn't care if it didn't ruin the shit that I liked. So
Agreed.
I guess
Yeah.
I'm not any better
But
than
it
them, right?
does.
Yeah.
That's
Gamers gotta stand up, bro. They gotta stand
boy, they ain't
together.
standing up.
Nobody's standing up. Nobody's standing up
It's
plus
gotta
they're
be a
paying for fucking
unanimous
more money.
decision, and it will never be a unanimous decision
Is
because
it?
there are
Yeah.
too many
What's the most profitable
stupid
game? Is
people
it
with too
still?
much
Is it
money
Candy
in their
Crush?
fucking pockets.
Profitable game?
That's
Yeah,
a
is it
great
Candy Crush?
question.
Most
I'm curious.
profitable, what, like,
I know
games?
I think Minecraft is the most sold game. I
Popular.
don't know if it's the most profitable
Most
game.
You said popular or profitable?
You said
Profitable.
I have no idea.
Like here's the thing, like Minecraft.
Is it Minecraft? It might be Minecraft.
No, it was Dungeon Fighter Online, wasn't it?
No
Yeah.
Dungeon
way.
Fighter on.
At one
$20
point it
billion.
was,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, with the
Well,
microtransactions.
wasn't there a whole fucking
What the
scandal
fuck?
with that?
That's a beat 'em
recently?
up.
Yeah.
I have no
Oh yeah, I
idea.
did see a
Bro,
video on that.
Pac-Man,
That
Pac-Man's
Space
guy
number-
Invaders,
was
Street
Pac-Man's
Fighter
up there, bro.
2.
Pac-Man.
Put some respect on Pac-Man's name, bro.
But
Hey, played
see, here's
Pac-Man
the
in
thing though. When I
20
say
years.
profitable though, I don't mean like sold most copies. I mean just continuously
This is a
generating money.
list. This is a
Yeah,
list of
this is
highest grossing
insane.
video games.
I got it too.
Dungeon Fighters Online is number 1. Pac-Man is number 2.
The
Space
fuck
Invaders is
Pac-Man?
number 3. Yo, respect to fucking Pac-Man, Space Invaders, or Street Fighter 2. Holy shit.
How?
Hey, but look,
They're
look,
so
look.
Space
This is
old and they've
what
Invaders?
sold
this is
so
what's so
many
interesting,
variations.
though.
I think that all counts.
I mean,
mean,
Street
Honor
Fighter 2 they
Kings.
released like what, 5 times?
Oh, more than that, I'm sure.
Was it?
The last one was
Probably.
2017, right? No.
PUBG, League of Legends. This is what we have to look at. PUBG, League of Legends, Crossfire, World of Warcraft. Fortnite is kind of down on the low end, bro. Like,
At
I
10
mean, but it's
billion.
only been
Yeah.
out for like
yeah, it's only
what?
been out significantly less time. Yeah. but-
Yeah, like these other games have been out for fucking 20, 30 years. So for it to be that high up is
yeah, it's pretty gross.
yeah.
Pretty gross.
PUBG's in 2017, the same year as Fortnite.
Pokemon Go. I was expecting Grand
PUBG has
Theft
actually
Auto
made
5
more
to be
money than
higher.
Fortnite. Isn't that crazy?
What's that?
You said PUBG.
PUBG has made more money than Fortnite has.
Has PUBG's been out longer, yeah?
No, they've
Like,
been
way
something around
longer.
10 years,
Oh
right?
Same
my
time, same year.
Lerone.
Same.
Maple Story is on the list,
Of
bruh.
course it is.
Of
They
course
started
it
it.
Oh no!
They literally started all of this. With the
Yeah,
Game
no.
Pass.
Maple Story
They
going
might have
strong
started.
out here.
2003 Infamous, they had a gacha
Final
file
Fantasy
system.
14 is on here. God bless.
Nice.
Actually
But
not.
Final Fantasy 14 is good though.
Subscription MMO for like 10 years. Tons of microtransactions. How much are those skins? How much you buy those skins for, boys?
What in
What's
14?
Final Fantasy 14?
They're like 10, ain't they?
I think
I haven't seen.
10.
I've never got one of those more than
I
10.
think there's a
Like,
motorcycle that
Big
no one else
Grand
talked
Did
about.
you
It's
buy
$30, but
the
I got a
cloud? It's
mount.
the cloud motorcycle.
There's a
It's
cloud mode. I
30
did
bucks.
not get that by
a
motorcycle.
mount is
I got the
effectively a
cheaper.
fucking horse armor.
True.
Horse armor.
Red Dead
People
Redemption 2
still
is on here
playing
too. That's
Dungeon
crazy.
Fighter Online? Like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on?
dude. That's why I should got a fighting game.
Yeah.
That's
Dungeon
insane.
Fighter Online. They were really out there. Yo, South Korea know how to make money. Gee, that's
Yes,
crazy.
they do, dude. South Korea's big profits, big time. Absolutely murdering the video game industry from the very core,
Look,
right from
they
the
had
get.
look Dungeon Fighter, Maple Story, fucking what was the other one they had that was big?
I don't-
Dungeon Fighter, Maple. That was South Korea though.
Lineage, Crossfire, PUBG.
That game, Rejection kept playing.
Black Desert?
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark.
Yeah, Lost Ark, Black Desert
That's
too.
newer. But yeah, no,
People
they
still
got
play Black Desert?
Yeah, for like
yeah, dude.
until I couldn't go any further.
Game.
That
I
doesn't
mean,
what I played. It
What
was trash.
the fuck?
the point is these games have been doing this for a while,
Yeah.
and yet only really now is these more more mainline series, like more. I don't know what to call them because these are the games that make all the money. These are the most popular, but yet they're not the same games that the majority of the gamer, like not the majority, I guess, but like the generic console market. I want to say, like the people who buy Grand Theft Auto are not the same people who play fucking Dungeon Fighter Online. You know?
Yeah. I mean, but Grand Theft Auto did make
Yeah.
$7 billion off
Yeah,
of
Grand
this.
Theft Auto makes a lot of money. Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, after having accepted its fate in comparison to the Korean, whatever the fuck games these are, mobile games, you know,
How many of
now
these are
they're
actually mobile games?
A lot of
Dungeon
them.
Fighter Online's a mobile game. League of
No.
Legends
Oh,
is
it's PC
technically
mobile.
mobile. PUBG is mobile, has a
League of
mobile version.
Legends. Monster
Uh,
Strike. I don't know what the hell that is.
yeah, I know. Candy Crush, right? I mean,
I don't even see Candy Crush on here.
Candy
Oh, I
Crush is
guess I
on
do.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's farther down though.
a lot of them are
I can't
mobile
believe
games.
Clash of Clans actually made that much. That's crazy.
You know what? I'm surprised I'm not seeing it. What's that game that all of the YouTubers
Oh, Raid
push
Shadow
heavy?
Legends.
I'm
Yeah, all
surprised it's
right.
not on here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not doing as hot as we thought. Maybe they're spending too
That's
much money
funny.
on advertisements. They think it's funny.
Bro, the amount of money they be put on advertisements is ridiculous, G.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
crazy.
I feel like they're
Terra
making a
Online.
modest amount.
yeah, I'm
Probably
just
not
because
as
it's not in
much
the
as they were
top,
making
you
initially.
know,
Yeah.
just because it's not in the top
Billions.
billions of dollars. I'm sure they're making plenty of money. 20 billion
Yeah,
dollars.
this is
Crazy.
this is very interesting to look at, but it's also like a lot of these games are
They could spend $10 million on ads, so
yeah,
It
a
Yeah.
lot of these
helps.
games don't
Mm.
have that much.
They don't have the same depth as other games too. I mean, the point is that the games do have the depth, and the games like the mainline audience I was talking about earlier. They're
look, the
now
real thing
acclimating these
is
things to them because that's what
um
makes money.
we talk about we just use the most broad sense of like gaming, right? The most people that play them are the people that play your Call of Duties and your 2Ks and stuff.
Like that's the
Like we
mainstream.
that's definitely like the biggest like audience, like the super casual gamer.
I
Yeah.
mean, you say that, and yet one Call of Duty is on here, right?
Yeah.
I think there's more than one,
I see Black Ops
like
4,
three.
the original Black Ops. Actually, that's kind of crazy.
That shit was amazing.
It's on
That
here
was back when
twice
Call
for
of Duty
some
was
reason. I
good.
don't know why it's on here.
Re-release? No, I couldn't.
Black Ops.
Same
Black Ops.
weird. I don't know why that's on here twice.
Oh, one's including map packs, one excludes map packs.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So Black Ops 1.
Wait. Oh,
That's,
World War II? What the
oh yeah, there you go. That
Ugh.
didn't make
Bro.
as much money as Black Ops 1 though.
How was Modern Warfare 2 not on this list?
It's not been out long enough. It's not that popular. That's what I'm saying. It's not as popular as these games. Like we think Call of
That's
Duty is the mainstream, but really it's about
but
that fucking Dungeon Fighter
Dungeon Fighter
Online life.
Online.
Apparently,
Jesus, the
Crossfire,
Dungeon Fighter
PUBG. I mean, I
life.
think because they all also target the Asian market, which I think just has it can literally just
Just
has
has a
more
high
people in
population.
it.
They just got
Yeah.
Yeah,
bodies, yeah.
right. So that just makes more sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, video games suck. It's awesome.
What you mean? Look. When I show you how great Starfield is next
I
month, you're
can't
gonna be like,
wait. I'm gonna play it with you. You think I'm not gonna play it with you? I'm gonna be right
"Oh, I know
there,
you."
just sucking
Yes.
down the copium, trying to be like, oh yeah, it was worth this money I just spent. I could have had dinner for like a week. That's crazy.
dinner for a week? Bro,
Who needs
y'all
a
70
must be
bucks?
eating good over there in fucking New York,
Seven?
bro.
What do you mean?
That
How
shit
much
barely
money you spend
getting
in a
up
week?
2 bags of groceries in fucking LA.
Or you gotta know how to ration out your food, Denzel.
Bro, I mean, if I go to the store and get a whole bunch of noodles, yeah, but like
Yeah,
when
that's
it
what I'm
comes to like
talking about.
real,
No, I'm
hot
not talking
dog
about
and
eating good.
generic cereal just called cereal?
Yeah,
You ain't getting
I'm eating
no
hot
food.
dog called wiener roast. Like
Yes.
bro,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
That's what
Motherfuckers
we
out here
need to do
struggling
too.
for real.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start a fucking farm outside. Start making.
On
my
God,
own
dude, get them
food.
chicken coops going. Apparently, people out in Long Island don't have chicken coops. That's a thing.
You can write that shit
Gives
off on your
money.
taxes if you have
Gives
if
you
you have
eggs.
like any animals that live in your property, you can mark it off as a farm. I think and you get like
Shit, I know
tax
one of my
breaks.
managers has he has like a farm. Like,
I want to go farming.
he be giving his coworkers like fresh chicken and vegetables and stuff.
Cool.
Like
He just
shit.
goes out to the back, kills the chickens. And
Yeah, he just cuts their heads off on the spot.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey man, you want some fresh chicken? Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Here you go,
Shit, got to
bruh."
taste it. That
Yep.
shit tastes bomb.
All right,
Fresh?
this is a tangent going off right now. I think we've made our points. There's some more news topics we can cover if you guys want, but it is
How
going a
long
little
have we
late. I'll
been
leave it to you
going
guys.
on? It
Been
is
going for about an hour and
it's
a
like
half,
3
almost 2
o'clock.
hours.
We can
Yeah.
call it. We can always revisit this some other time. It is like
Yeah,
3
we
Fair
get
o'clock
the
in
enough.
the
important stuff
morning.
out the way.
Y'all don't want to just shotgun through them right quick?
We could. I mean, we could shotgun some stuff if you want. Is there anything specific you want to talk about? I can bring it up.
Armored Core.
Like we said, Armored Core 6 is coming out next week. It looks exciting. They put out a bunch of multiplayer videos. If you never played
Yeah,
Armored Core, it looks like Armored Core. You fucking fly around, you shoot dudes with
I'm
giant robots
honestly
type.
curious
I
how
love giant robots.
how the melee combat's gonna be in PvP.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean, you
that
just
shit's
run up and
gonna be
slice a dude. If you manage to hit a
Yeah.
dude, it hurts a lot. There's nothing
I mean,
special
I'm
about it. It's not
saying,
like
but
Mini-
I don't think it's gonna be
From
parries
Software,
and
like,
shit. There's no backstabs. It's not Dark Souls.
when
They said it specifically, and it's not.
I
Nothing
want
like
to
that.
see it.
There should have been backstabs, bro. I wanted to see a fucking
No,
robot.
You
no.
don't want to see. Okay, so completely off topic. Not Dark Souls, fucking Elden Ring just put out a patch recently that changed the like the way backstabs work in it to reflect more like Dark Souls 3. And that game is just fucking even worse than it ever was in the PvP, where people can like I don't know what the hell they call it, but like this takes fishing for backstabs to a whole new level where you can like bunny hop backwards over a dude whiffing an attack right into the backstab because you're already facing him, and like jumping was never a thing in the Souls game, so like that's fucking ridiculous. That's so dumb. So that's dead, but you don't want backstabs or anything. Trust me, you'll be fine. If you like shooting giant robots and you like customizing, this is really the big thing. Like customizing robots, play
Yeah.
Armored Core. Next we got fucking Alien is being added to Dead by Daylight. If you play Dead by Daylight, good for you. I don't know how you do that to yourself. That game looks like it came out 35 years ago. God bless.
Because it did come out 35 years
That didn't come
ago.
out that long ago. I love
I'm
horror
fucking
movies and
with
stuff, so
you.
the fact that it's the only game giving that stuff like any type of
It's the
popularity, that's
only
cool.
game that
I
Wesker,
wish it was a different
Nemesis,
game.
Michael Myers,
Yeah.
Nick
Freddy Krueger
Cage.
in it, probably. Nick Cage is
Yes,
in there
yeah.
too.
I
Yeah, like
wish
this
it
is.
was. I wish it looked better, and then I'd play it. I'm
Would
kind
you
of
though?
jaded like that. Yeah, absolutely. If it looked really good, then try it. They announced
Texas
a bunch of
Chainsaw
shit.
Massacre came out.
Oh
I
yeah, Texas
forgot.
Chainsaw Massacre. Yep, that came out. That's very similar to Dead by Daylight. Looks a little bit better. Doesn't look that much better. Let's be honest here.
I mean, look. Well,
If you want
see,
to
I
play
would
a
love
game
to
like
play
that,
these
it's
types of
there.
games, but you
They are
need
not free to
a
play. They
solid
cost
group of
money.
friends.
You need a base of players there to play it. I
Yeah.
hope it does well.
Like I would
I'm
love to go
sure it'll
back and revisit
die.
Evil Dead, but we
Evil
need
Dead. The
bodies.
Evil Dead's dead.
Dead as hell.
Dead is evil. What else we got? Baldur's Gate 3 obviously came out and has been critically acclaimed, make a ton of money. It's fucking insane. It had broke its like concurrent player count of like over 800,000 people. It almost beat Hogwarts, which is insane. That's awesome. EA's closing the Crisis 3, Dead Space 2, and Dante's Inferno servers later this year. I can't believe they still had those games running. That's
They were still
nuts.
what the fuck? Dante's Inferno?
I don't even know what
The
Dante's Inferno
fuck?
had that had servers affiliated with it.
That's what I'm saying. That shit was not multiplayer
Yeah,
at
that's probably
all.
the leaderboard or something. Really
That is
wild.
so strange. But that shit came out so fucking long ago.
I don't know. Take-Two is hinting that
God.
GTA 6 is going to be released by March 2025 by reporting like a giant increase in their sales around that time. So probably means GTA is coming out in 2 years. That's fucked.
I mean, it's gonna survive another like 5 console generations because it's just gonna recycle that shit.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know. Take-Two CEO stands for him, says Red Dead Redemption. Oh yeah, so Red Dead Redemption got a PS4 and Switch port. They are basically the same game, up-resed, no frame rate, nothing like that. Minor improvements. $50. People were not happy about that. People are not happy about that, but happily paying $50 fucking dollars for skins or whatever. That's bizarre to me, but I would say the only value this has is that people on PlayStation and Nintendo could never play this game before, and people on PS4 could not play this game before. So the fact that it just got to be released on a PlayStation console is cool, because that means it can be pushed forward into that ecosystem like infinitely, as long as we keep supporting backwards compat. So that's cool. $50 for not even 60 FPS. That's a wild decision. They should probably put out a PS5 patch for that. They probably will, honestly, eventually. It's already playable at 60 FPS on Xbox because of the native back compat up like scaling that console does. So that's cool, but we'll see.
Shall see.
Another game came out called Immortals of Avium, which is like a single player first person magic shooter game, kind of similar to Doom, kind of similar to BioShock, but as far as I've seen, not as good as either of those. So I haven't dived into that. Haven't really looked too much into it. Maybe that'll be interesting.
I only heard whispers. I mean, who knows? It might be solid, I guess.
Probably fine. Right. It looks fine. It doesn't look bad. Quake 2 got remastered. Holy shit! This is how it's talking about how shit Red Dead Redemption's remaster is. This is how you remake a fucking game. This game got like up textured, up res. I think remixed soundtracks, full like multiplayer support in both competitive and co-op. I think they redid AI on enemies. They added like all kinds of crazy shit. It looks fucking awesome. I think it's like cheap as hell too, because super old. But that looks cool. I think we should maybe try that out one day. That's really fun if you guys like shooters, really old school shooters.
Quake, yeah, I'm on.
I think I heard about that too. I think it's only like what, $10-15?
Yeah, it's cheap. It's very similar to the bolt gun thing that Rodney was playing previously, if you guys remember that. It's like an old school shooter, like 2D stuff. Not 2D, it's 3D, but that game is 2D. It's very classic Doom-esque.
Yeah, very doomy.
Keith David is going to be replacing Zavala as, I think, maybe the next DLC. I don't know if it's coming out this DLC, but he will be the new voice of Zavala in Destiny 2 due to Lance Reddick's unfortunate untimely passing. That sucks that he died. I don't know how many lines to give to Keith David, but Keith David's getting up there. I don't know if they're gonna keep Zavala around the whole time. I think they should have honestly just retired the character because Destiny's story kind of coming to a close. Lance Reddick was fucking Zavala. He was definitely the man. They should probably just finish that up. I think that would be a nice way to put that to bed. But Keith David's cool, so that's cool. Baldur's Gate 3 is the highest rated game on PC ever currently. Slightly averaging out over what the hell was it? I think Disco Elysium. Like a 97. It's like barely beating it. They both have 97. This is slightly higher.
Isn't it still the highest on Metacritic too?
I think so, yeah. It's doing pretty good. I don't I think it's really good. It's clearly not finished and doesn't deserve a 97. But it's really good. I think it's getting that more so just to spite
that
people.
Got a 96 on fucking Metacritic, bro.
It's very good. A Lollipop Chainsaw remake titled Lollipop Chainsaw Repop.
Go!
Delayed to summer 2024.
Yes, sir.
Out. That's cool. I know Lerone would appreciate that. He's a man of taste.
Yeah. I love that game, G. And the fact they had on the internet.
Also, TMNT is so at the THQ Nordic presentation, which nobody paid attention to, I imagine here, but it showed some
Oh
solid
yeah, they
shit.
doing
It
the
was very
last
straight to the
Ronin,
point.
right?
TMNT, The Last Ronin, is getting a fucking
I'm hype
game,
about
which
that.
is
That's
hype as
dope.
shit.
I like the last
I
Ronin.
hope
That was a
that's
pretty
good.
cool story.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope. That's like that's TM. If people don't know, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles returning to its roots of being a super edgy, dark fucking comic book because it originally was. And this is a dark ass story where pretty much all the turtles are dead except for one, and they gotta go get revenge. Up past that, Rockstar Games joins hands with GTA 5 and RDR2 modders. Fans excited about GTA 6 online. Yeah, I think they've like formed a collaboration like business unit so they can actually like do that stuff legally after having tried to sue them and shut them down numerous times. So that's kind of funny.
I
But
mean, hey, look,
If you can't beat
GTA
them, join
6
them.
is really gonna be
if you can't
fucking
beat them, join them.
insane, bro.
Yeah,
If the
that's
RP is like put into the game the way that they've been doing it on the mod scene, bro, it's gonna be insane.
that would be nuts. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
That'd be a wild
they'll
thing.
probably have custom service support. I think that's what they'll probably get. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Couple more games announced at THQ Nordic thing. Of the Metroid Dread developer is working on 2 more unannounced games, so that looks cool.
How was
Um,
Metroid Dread? I heard it was
Metroid
really
Dread was
good.
excellent, super
It's
good game,
really good. I haven't
really
beaten it,
good.
but it's excellent. Like
Yeah,
really fun. It's gorgeous for a Switch game. It really looks good, and I don't even have an OLED, so I imagine it looks a lot better on the OLED. But yeah, it's really fun.
Alan Wake 2's release date got pushed back a week because they said they didn't want to compete with bigger names. I don't remember what the names other games were, but that's sad. That game's probably
Why?
also gonna get buried in the heap of shit coming out then, so that's unfortunate. But I hope it sells good. I fucking love Remedy.
Yeah.
They're probably up there like top 3 my favorite game developers of all time. They have stuck to their fucking guns over 20 years making the same games, and they've all been cool, very
Nice.
unique. Uh, there's some other stuff. Tekken 8 release may happen by March 2024 for some like co-release products being revealed, but that's Tekken 8 will come out when it's good and ready. They showed new character. They showed like Raven. They showed other person I don't remember the name of right now.
Did they release Raven with the coffee chick? I think it was, or was that someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
forget her name.
Azu Senna, I think her name is.
Hmm.
That's cool. Tekken 8's gonna get a bunch of characters. You guys love Tekken.
Yes, sir.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if if the roster is looking how it's looking, I might have to skip this one because
What you mean, bro?
none of the characters I'm playing, like I've ever played, are even in the fucking game. Like,
I'm
I
sure
mean,
they'll
because
have
Steve was gonna
work
be in
DLC.
there.
Yeah, they're
regardless,
gonna add
bro.
DLC. They'll add
man,
Katarina.
Steve is, bruh.
Oh, that's Steve.
Steve was your
Boys don't have
go-to, bro.
Steve was not. He was in tag 2. He was my
I mean,
go-to.
he was your OG.
That
Yeah,
motherfucker was
bro.
hard. That motherfucker
That
was
boy
tight
had
He's
to
two
gonna
play.
be.
PCs enough
I'm
times
sure.
to
I'm
be
Bro,
the.
sure.
L's, Rodney is gonna
I'm
be
sure.
alright, bro.
No, I'm
Damn.
good. I mean, then Lerone will
Moving
probably buy it
on,
anyway, so I'll have it. I just won't play it
he will
until
have
they
it.
release a
Just
character
get
I give
bodied
a
in it
fuck
and then
about.
quit. Uh, moving on. Diablo 4 item and gold dupe forces Blizzard to shut down trading. So
Oh yeah, I
Diablo
remember
4,
that.
the gift that keeps on giving here. Reset the clock. Blizzard is just throwing
They gave
hard
up at
shit,
this
bro.
point. Let's be
I don't
honest.
think they gave up. Like that's a reasonable bug to happen. It just looks bad because everything else they're doing looks bad.
They
Like
can't go a week without drama.
yeah, I mean that's part
Yeah,
of the
that is
negative stuff
true.
happening. I don't know why. I do know why, but I feel like it would have been so easy for them to not nerf anything in the game, and the sentiment of the game would have been pretty much the same as it is now, but just slightly better. I think that would have done them much good. I don't know why they did that. The game is not fun when it's hard. Anyone
Because
who
they don't play their
thinks
own game.
ARPG should be super hard like
They barely even know
in
how
the
to play it.
generic leveling process of the game, because it's not like there's major end game stuff to do in it that should be hard. There's nothing like that. You do like the same shit over and over again. That should at least be easy to be entertaining, or at least I don't think ARPG difficulty like that comes from enemies not dying. They should come from there being too many enemies, right? It's being overwhelmed.
Hmm.
But whatever.
We don't make games, we just play them.
Modern Warfare 3 has gotten a trailer. Doesn't really
Nobody
show
cares.
anything. Tease. I know we're off the Call of Duty bandwagon here, but it says it could include classic MW2 2009 multiplayer maps. I don't know why this is still being teased. I feel like they've been teasing adding MW2 multiplayer maps or anything from MW2 to a modern Call of Duty game for like the last 10 years because they know that MW2 is literally the best Call of Duty game that they ever made.
You know what?
I
I heard
thought
that
Modern
all
Warfare
12
2 now.
maps.
What?
I heard that all 12 maps were just straight up like remakes of the Modern Warfare
I have
2s.
no idea. I don't remember. All I know is that the OG MW2 was the best. It still is the best because of simplicity and excellent design. Okay? Like, the game was not that complicated. You didn't have fucking slide canceling. You didn't have people customizing their guns to fucking God knows what ends. Like, you picked a gun, you picked your attachment, you picked your perks, and you played the fucking game. Like, the most in-depth mechanics you had in Call of Duty was like quick scoping and drop shotting, and everyone hated quick scoping, and the majority of people hated drop shotting. So I don't know why you would continue to add more mechanics on top of stuff people didn't like.
Mm.
Continuing that, I actually love the stories of Call of Duty. I think they were fucking awesome, especially how much they, belittled and showed you how fucked up war was. That was kind of cool. Made you really understand
Yeah.
like the destruction of it. And the new
It's funny
one,
because the
Modern
first
Warfare
Call of
remake,
Duty I bought was for the campaign. I didn't even know about the fucking
dude,
multiplayer.
exactly. We're from the ancient times where people played Call of Duty for the stories, and the original Modern
Yeah, that
Warfare
was a
had a
long
decent
time ago.
story. I thought they were gonna retread, OG COD 4, and they kind of did. And I thought Modern Warfare 2 here was gonna do the same. Modern Warfare 2's story was fucking ass. It did nothing, accomplished nothing, added nothing. It was shit. Like,
Mhm.
nothing. It was very minorly related to the original, with I would say worse design levels, not as interesting levels, not as interesting characters doing anything any interesting. Like, it was just boring. Nothing really happened. And now Modern Warfare 3, the thing they showed was Makarov on a plane with a gun, which is trying to like get the nostalgia berries going for the fucking terminal massacre mission in Modern Warfare 2, which I don't know. That sounds so fucked up when you say it. Like, why is that a thing? And it's not even as edgy as that. It's like the guy is on a plane with a fucking 3D printed
Plastic
handgun.
gun,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's nowhere near like
Makarov was
No
established
Russian.
in. I don't know if he's established in Modern Warfare 1. I think he was,
he
but
was
he became like the
mentioned,
main villain in
but
Modern
yeah,
Warfare
he became
2,
the main
and then
in
you finish him
2.
off in 3. In this
Yeah.
game, Makarov was mentioned in 2 once, and now he's going to be the main villain of 3. Like, why is the same story unfolding slower and with less happening?
Sure.
It's just worse, Like, it's stupid.
I don't even know. I haven't played a fucking Call of Duty
Yeah,
single
there's no
player in
point. Call of
years.
Duty's gone. They don't give a fuck either. There is a sex percentage speed run on Baldur's Gate 3, and this article says it's
2.3
under.
minutes.
Yeah, this article says 8 minutes, but I know I've seen a video on YouTube pop up that said it was under 3 minutes, so we are getting in there, boys.
Yes, sir.
We are
Starfield
getting
install
in
size
there.
like 125 gigabytes. That's a fat bitch. All right, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's
One of
good.
my one of my supervisors was downloading it at work. Out the works
Cool.
internet.
You read
He's
download
like,
what?
yeah, that's downloading Baldur's Gate. That shit's
Nice.
fucking huge.
We already went over the Alan Wake 2 delay. Microsoft will shut down the Xbox 360 store in July 2024. Fucking rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I don't know,
That
just
man just
absolutely
went.
slurring. I'm done. We should have ended the stream fucking 20 minutes ago. This
Should have,
podcast.
but Somebody wanted to
You're still
shotgun
going.
through all of the other
Yeah.
topics. And
Microsoft will
Look,
shut
bro.
down that
Hey,
store.
look. We can call it, man. We can call it. I just
This
That
like
shit
shit
at
to
this
know
said.
point,
some of the
fucking.
There's still stuff here.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Still
how much stuff
going.
did you have?
I have so much shit to talk about. There's a lot of news. It's interesting.
See, you gotta
I
learn
mean, we
when to
could end it though
fold it.
there. That was pretty good. Killer Bean is honestly the hypest thing I heard about on
Oh,
this
that was a
podcast.
hype thing,
That's pretty
unironically.
sick. Go look
Bro,
up the
Killer
Killer Bean trailer.
Bean.
Get hype, pre-order. Fucking, I don't even know. It'd be good. It'd probably be shit, but fuck it. That seems cool.
Hey,
Uh,
I might fuck around and play it. I ain't gonna lie.
on God, dude. But anyway, thank
Respectfully.
you all for listening. Thank you all for joining us. Fucking deuces.
We love you.
Peace.
Peace.
Wait, follow me.
Follow
Big
Big
Cat
Cat
Man on
Man.
YouTube.
Big Cat Man on YouTube. I'm Russell Jimmy on YouTube. Get it. Let's go.